Well, hello and welcome to a pickups video. This also is not really something I normally do, but recently I picked up a number of items that really I don't think would warrant an unboxing. They're not really limited editions of any sort, but as many of you know, RightStuf just had a huge sale, or I should say is still having, but they're 12 days of Christmas plus the one extra 13th day and the three waves of savings, whatever. Everything equals cheap anime. So just thought I'd go through some of the items that I picked up. Now this won't be everything. There is also a print that I ordered from the sale as well, an Azumanga Daioh print that is shipping separately, and that did not arrive today. All I have are just basically anime titles that I thought I'd go through quickly, and of course I'll start off with this one, but you've already seen the video for Oni E, or Oni E. Be sure to check that one out if you're interested in seeing what's in the limited edition release for this, and yeah, it is subtitle only. If you have not watched that video or did not know, this is Funimation's first release as far as sub only, and seeing how sub only releases will work for them on the marketplace, and perhaps they might have a lot more releases in the future that are subtitle only. Of course, the money savings of not having to produce an English dub for episodes. But moving on, we'll go to something I picked up at Half Price Books used for $10. This is Strike Witches, the first season. I am thinking about picking up the second season Blu-rays or I believe it's Blu-ray combo. Anyway, the second season, well, first and second seasons are being released separately as save editions, Blu-ray DVD combo pack coming up in February. For RightStuf's listing them at $14.99 right now. So normally I don't care to pick up the save releases. I only have a couple of them in my collection. Again, it comes down to that ugly green mess, you want to call it, that they put on the labels that I don't like. But this Strike Witches is a series I can do with, I can do without. The only reason I picked this up was it was in very good condition, and well, it's something I might watch once or twice, but it's not among my personal favorites, but it is an interesting little fan service and fictional take on what would happen with World War II if we had these magical girls fighting for the different countries. So just something interesting I wanted to pick up used at Half Price Books. Now this one is one that I imported from Hong Kong that may possibly be a bootleg. The company that produced it over there has a massive inventory of titles available. So, not really sure. But the thing is, this is the Galaxy Railways OVA, A Letter from the Abandoned Planet, and it is not licensed here in North America. And sadly, I did enjoy the Galaxy Railways series, and I'm thinking there's no chance that Funimation's going to release this or even release the second season of it. Just saw earlier on RightStuf's Facebook page that for March next year, Funimation is releasing the Galaxy Railways in a save edition. And yeah, usually once something goes save, that pretty much spells the end for that franchise with Funimation. You know, it's their last possible attempt to try and make money off of a series. So, thinking that maybe down the line, if I can find a overseas release for the second season of Galaxy Railways that isn't too expensive, I would like to pick it up. This is a fairly decent release for a Hong Kong release that subtitle only, and basically they took the Chinese sub and took that and tried to translate it into English. So the subtitles, occasionally there is some broken English in here, but for the most part it's decent enough to where it reads normally most of the time, and where the broken English is, you can kind of fix it together. There are a couple strange English words they seem to make up that didn't make a lot of sense, but I picked this up on Amazon for, I believe, about $20. The video quality is decent. It claims to be full HD 1080p, but I gotta be honest, it really looked to be more like DVD quality video over Blu-ray quality. But it wasn't terribly bad, so I don't feel too bad about this purchase, because I really did want to add this to my collection, and unfortunately, as it stands right now, short of paying way too much for a Japanese release, this was the route I decided to take, and $20, it was alright for me. Also, we have, on Blu-ray, Sohei Cant Play H from Sentai Filmworks. This was a cute little series that I decided to pick up. As you know, I also collected the High School DxD, so this to me was kind of like in the same take, only this one you have the Reaper who's looking for energy or somebody to restore her energy in her fights, and she comes across Rosuke, who basically regenerates the energy for her through his own pervy thoughts. So I do like my fan service titles, and this is one that I quite enjoyed. And I'm a person that I don't particularly have a stance one way or the other. Do I prefer dubbed? Do I prefer subbed? I watch my anime both ways, so to me, I had no qualms about picking up a sub-only release for this. And yes, just to let you know, this is subtitle only. So, moving on. Got one last one here before we get into the items from the RightStuf sale and etc. This is the original 1973 TV series release of Cutie Honey, subtitle only, from Eastern Star / Discotek. Cutie Honey's kind of a neat little franchise I've followed. I've never watched the original TV series yet, so hoping it'll be rather entertaining and somewhat similar to the movies that I've watched. So looking forward to kind of watching this one down the road and seeing what it's like. I do like the fact that they're bringing out these older TV series now. Obviously this is something that Funimation or Sentai, the mainstream ones, more than likely pretty much never would touch at all. So it's great that we have other North American companies that are deciding to do these releases. I'm still a little out of it, or upset that S'more Entertainment only released the first set for the Galaxy Express 999 TV series, leaving, I think everyone said, with 39 episodes in the first set, that there would likely have been, I believe it was 4 releases overall for the TV series. It's just something like 100. Correct me on this. I'm not going to take the time to look it up right now, but I think there was something like 130 or 140 total episodes to it. So with almost 40 on the first set, it would either have been likely been a 3-disc or 3-set release. But they released the first set and went, oh well, we just didn't get enough sales on the first one where we could justify releasing the second set. So hey, Eastern Star Discotheque, if you're listening, if you're watching, if there's any chance you might consider picking up the rest of the Galaxy Express 999 or 39 TV series, please jump on that and get it out there for us, because kind of sucks to get the first release and then, oh, no more available. But then again, I'm sure people that got the original Lupin the Third second season release that was originally done by Guinean Entertainment, that finished after, let's see, was about 15 releases, and they only got through like 74 episodes of that, and there's a long way to go with that too. So that's another one where I kind of hope maybe Funimation, hey, you might want to reconsider trying to go back again. And you don't need the English dub. Funimation, if you're listening, if you release it subtitle only, that'd be great. So anyway, I got to get off that tangent. I drug that out way too long. So we got this really, oh, it's not even going to fit into the frame, box of anime. Yeah, it said labeled box 1 of 2 because the print ships separately in a flat parcel. And I'm going to assume, because that also didn't ship media mail, that we'll probably get that in the mail here either tomorrow or sometime in the next couple days. Obviously, Christmas is coming up, so no mail delivery on the 25th. I don't know about the 24th, how that works here. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Saturday mail service also going away here in the United States starting next year? Well, anyway, so for the most part, these are pickups from the 12 Days of Savings, plus that 3 Waves sales event. But I also picked up a little something extra in there too that they have in the weekly sales on here also. Not actually a DVD or Blu-ray release. Excuse me. Not actually a DVD or Blu-ray release, but something rather cool that's probably been mentioned on a few other unboxings, so I will not personally take the time to unbox that in this video myself. Maybe if I get requests for it, I might down the road decide to do something, but okay. Hey, look at this. More RightStuf sticky tack things. Did I mention I've got quite a collection of those going right now? It's getting to be quite a stack. That's all I do every time I get these, is I just kind of take the back off and add them to the pile. So, growing larger and larger as time goes. Alright, let's see what we got here for insert cards, because this, oh, a cute little Happy Holidays postcard from Sword Art Online with Kirito and Lifa, it looks like, and as well as the oh man, I forgot her name. I feel so bad, and I'm not going to say Yuri because that's obviously not her name. But oh, don't you love it when you have one of those mental lapses and you can't? Lovely. Well, I'm not going to take the time to do any jump edits or take that out of here. You guys will have to live with it, because I'm not a person that likes to get in and edit my videos a lot. So, But yeah, cool little Christmas postcard, themed postcard for Maniplex or Sword Art Online, and not going to expound much on this one either because it was in the video also for Oni E, I believe. But yeah, Kokoro Connect, not one of my favorites. And I apologize to those of you who did enjoy the series. I don't mean to. Yeah, you know, you got quite a bit when they send you a 2-page invoice. That's, yeah. So, let's see here. Where to start? Probably we're eyeballing this one right away since it was on the top. But, yeah, so starting off, the Madoka Magica, this is the, what do they call it? The program guide for Madoka Magica, the movie Rebellion, that's been available at the theaters. And Aniplex for $12 is making these available on their website, and RightStuf's selling them as well. And I think I may just end up later on doing a unboxing video on this, because yeah, right now I'd really love to just open this and play with it right now, but so that's something cool I'll have to look at later. But if I do that now, this video will probably stretch on for eons. So, let's see. Go to this one next. This is Modern Magic Made Simple. It's actually one that I watched on Crunchyroll and thought it was a cool little series to pick up. I didn't get around to actually finishing it at the time, so gives me a chance to go through and watch it again. Subtitle only on this one. It's kind of cute. Life hasn't been fair to Kiyomi, even though she's in high school. She's so short that everyone assumes she's still in grade school. The boys and girls in her school tease her mercilessly, and she's not exactly graceful either. But on the other hand, she's still better off than Yumiko, who has a magician trying to kill her. Or at least Kiyomi was until their paths crossed. Fortunately, salvation arrives in the form of Master Mage and graduate student Miss Anihara, who agrees to take Kiyomi under her wing in learning this new style of magic, which breaks enchantment down into sequences of code. Yeah, it's a kind of an interesting idea where the magic is more like in the form of basic programming in zeros and ones. So, you know, one I would actually recommend if you're kind of into. Now there is, I should say this too. There is a little bit of fan service in this also, but nothing like super overwhelming. But yeah, this is one I would recommend to a lot of people. Maybe pick up and check out sometime. And this one here, the Gokusen TV collection. A friend of mine had mentioned this one before. Shout out to Adam if you see this video. So yeah, since I thought, well, let's see, what was the price on this one, Gokusen? This was $7.99. I thought, yeah, $7.99, worth picking up, and he said this was a good one to kind of check out. Kumiko Yamaguchi enters Shirokan High School to become a math teacher. She's assigned as homeroom teacher to Class 2-4, populated by a gang of delinquents. At first, the class tries everything to rattle her cage, but to no available. In a short period of time, she gains the respect of the class. What the school doesn't know is she's heir to a powerful Yakuza clan. So, yeah, it sounds like a funny little title, worth checking out. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I've got this Hellgirl disc in my hand, and I don't want to expound. There we go. Alright, that's what I was looking for. So, Hellgirl is actually one series that I really enjoyed, and I'd been dragging my feet for the longest time because, to be honest, I preferred Funimation's English dub version of this to the Japanese audio version. I mean, they're both good, but I was dragging my feet hoping that Sentai would eventually finish this properly by doing an English dub so I could have all three seasons, both English and Japanese audio. But, I don't think it's going to happen. It's been a few years now. I think Hellgirl was one of the first ones that Sentai released originally when they first took over ADV's assets. But yeah, so my decision was like, well, I'll either wait until they finally release an English dub or they just sell the season 2 and season 3 really cheap. And, I've waited long enough, and here, RightStuf finally selling them for, let's see, 20. What was it? Season 3 was $24.49, and season 2 $24.49. So, figured at that point, maybe these would go out of print before too long. I know the individual, like, first and second half ones are out now. So, finally decided to go ahead and pick up season 2 and season 3. I have watched them before through fan subs, like years ago now. Actually, I ended up, when I first watched the series, I believe it was season 2 that I watched first before season 1 or season 3, and it was season 2 that got me into the anime, and then seeing that it was on sale cheap when RightStuf clearanced out the original box set with the Funimation, the original 6 plus the art box. So I picked it up then, and I was always hoping, Funimation release season 2, release season 3, do the dub too, complete the series, but oh well. We have Hatsuko Limited. This is another one where I originally watched the fan sub and kind of got into this, and it looks like they also have, I'm hoping, the OVA series of one of the other girls here on that she basically forgets to wear her panties to school one day, and it's funny basically following her around different places she's trying to do her best to make sure that nothing peeks out, like walking upstairs can be a hassle when you're wearing a short skirt and no panties underneath. This one, the dumb one. So, another one that I was hoping for a good price eventually. I know they've been selling it for like $30 or so for a while, so let's see. For them to release it for $17.49. It's a good bargain right there. Picked up Maria Holik Alive. This is another one where I bought the first season and it was okay. Not my personal favorite, but I wanted to go ahead and complete my collection and have both seasons. Now, this is getting a re-release from Sentai onto Blu-ray right now too, and they are doing a English language dub also for both seasons. So that's the whole reason, I believe, why their RightStuf is trying to clearance out both the first and the second seasons of this cheap, is to get those out of there and make room in their inventory for the next version of it. And like I said, it wasn't one of my favorite series after I watched it, so I can do with or without the English dub. probably watch this once, and then it will go on to the shelves just to look pretty. Okay, and then we have Samurai Harem, Asu no Yuichi. This was another series that I haven't gotten all the way through. I watched it for a little while when I had Anime Network on demand through DirecTV, which I ended up dropping my DirecTV earlier this year because the apartment that I live in, we already get free Mediacom cable, so I got to the point where I couldn't really justify paying $100 for satellite TV when I was getting free cable to begin with. Granted, I'm not getting all the HD channels or as many channels overall, but hey, it's $100 more in my pocket for anime and gas, because I got to drive a lot further to the job I'm working at now, since I changed jobs earlier in the year. But going back to this, yeah, Samurai Harem was a decent enough title to where I decided to pick it up, and I will get around eventually to watching this all the way through. It's a funny little one. After many long years perfecting the art of fighting, 17-year-old Yoichi is sent down from the remote mountains where he's been raised, thinking he is going to study some new martial arts techniques. But what he's really going to learn about are some slightly more practical things, like electrical appliances, modern clothing, and most especially how not to make girls want to kill you. How can you go wrong with something like that? Well, I guess, depending on the title, it's possible you could easily go wrong. What more can I say about that? Oh, let's see what else we got here. Okay, now I don't know where to start on this. This is more of a blind buy for me, because, yeah, I have not seen this, what is it, Koihimi Muso. It's not a series that I have watched before, just one I decided to pick up as the discs were $9.99 a piece, so we're picking up 3 seasons for under $30 from Sentai. So I figured this is one worth a watch. We'll pick it up and see what it's like here. And moving on. Let's see. What do we got here? We have Maidy Chicky. Or is it Chicky? C-H-E. Yeah, I'm going to go with Chicky. This is another series that I watched originally when it came out, and it was decent. I couldn't justify picking it up for full price. As I recall, the idea was the guy's going to school, and she is actually dressed as a he, or a butler at the time, because the family she's working for, only males can be a butler for, or serve the lady that she's serving, so she's trying to hide her gender the whole time to look male. But when you've got acute gynophobia, even a pretty girl can be a milady. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That he, the guy in this, has gynophobia, and basically he is afraid of women or being around women. Sakamachi Kinjiro has the worst case of gynophobia ever. Just one touch makes his nose bleed. So school's bloody nightmare. Before Kanade, the principal's twisted daughter, deduces both Kinjiro's feminine issue and that his name contains the sounds chi and kin, which she keeps calling him chicken in this. Chicken Ginjiro. Female troubles don't really totally redline until a wrong turn in the men's room exposes the secret that Subaru, Kanade's manservant, has been hiding in the water closet, that he is actually a she. So, yeah, just to let you know, plenty of fan service in this one, too. But kind of also cute little romantic-esque storyline in this. Depending who you are, may or may not be worth picking up. Oh, let's see. That one. Sorry when I looked through this. I really wish they'd put this in alphabetical order. So that was a 1749 pickup. I think we're almost done here. What else we got? Here we have Camphor and the Camphor OVA set. This is one that I'd also watched a little bit of before and hadn't gotten through. I didn't even know anything about OVAs. Shows what I know. Waking up transformed into a beautiful girl might be the stuff of some guy's fantasies, but when Natsuro is informed by a stuffed tiger that he's now a camphor, a mystical fighter who has to fight other camphors in female form, his life becomes a living nightmare. Putting aside the obvious plumbing issues, his best childhood friend turns out to swing the other way, and she has a crush on his new female body. Not complex enough, his school has separate sections for boys and girls, so he and she are now double enrolled. The rumor mill has it he's even dating himself. And there are other camphors attending the school that want to take her out, and he's not sure which ones mean on a date and which ones mean permanently. Did we mention some of them use swords and guns? Hormones, fists, and other body parts will fly as the daring new gender defender must become a contender or die in camphor. Interesting description, don't you think? Okay, what do we got left here? Let's see, let's go to Hitamari Sketch. And we have all 3 seasons plus the OVA special. Also one that I started watching on Anime Network On Demand originally, and not all of the episodes had been released yet. Also, I'm going to say this was on my decent show, but not really sure I wanted to buy it list. But yeah, so $13.99 a piece plus $5.24 for the OVAs. Actually, one of them was $17.49. Yeah, so finally decided to go ahead and pick this one up, and it'll give me a chance to go through and finally finish watching the series. I kind of, and I'll admit too, if you've seen a lot of my videos, I kind of do enjoy a lot of the high school setting animes, whether it be student council based or just high school life in general, daily lives of high school boys, and also some that haven't been released, like Seitokai Yakendomo and Seitokai no Ichizon, which I thought I read Seitokai no Ichizon might be getting a release here before too long, but I have my doubts that Seitokai Yakendomo will get a release based on how racy it is. But Media Blasters, if you're listening, since you picked up Ladies vs. Butlers, hey, is there any chance you may consider picking up Seitokai Yakendomo at the same time? I would love you long time, and also, hey, Kiss X Sis too. Doesn't have to be the OVA series right away. You can start with the TV series, but yeah. All right, and one last disc to get to. This is Akiken. This is also a blind buy for me. They're all sweet and bubbly inside until it's time to kick each other's cans. So, hobbies are a great way of meeting new people, but how could Kakeru Daichi, who collects rare juice cans, have ever suspected he'd meet a fascinating new girl when he attempted to drink her. Naming her Melon because she's got great melon soda, Kakeru quickly learns that she's an akiken, a beautiful girl who's also a special can created to fight other akikens in a strange experiment to determine what kind of container is better, steel or aluminum. Will becoming involved in this ridiculously twisted research project gone amok complicate Kakeru's life incredibly? Of course it will. But her steel body needs carbon dioxide to breathe. He's now stuck with her since she's too CO2 dependent. Oh my. And when his wealthy, attractive, best childhood friend gets her own aluminum akiken, the trouble really begins. Be interesting to check this one out eventually. 12 episodes plus OVA on 2 DVDs, subtitle only. Alright, so yeah, and the only other thing that I didn't actually get with this, because it's shipping separately, is the limited edition lithograph for Azumanga Daioh, because that has to ship flat. So hopefully we'll be getting that here in the next day or so. Alright, so yeah, wow, if you've stuck through this video this long, I really commend you, because I didn't even realize when I started this that I would be rambling on for well over half an hour. I'm glad my battery even survived in my camcorder. So if you're still around, thank you for tuning in, and yeah, hopefully before too long, maybe after the holidays are over, I will go through and do an update on my complete collection, which, knowing how long-winded I can be, if I talk through it, we may be here for an hour or more. Who knows? But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, etc., whatever you celebrate. Have a joyous holiday season. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you again soon.